Hello, my name's Julie Williams. I'm a registered migration agent with Migration Downunder, and I'm going to talk about the Subclass 461 visa. What is that, you may ask? It is called the New Zealand Family Relationship Visa, and it's a visa for family members of New Zealand citizens whose family members are not a New Zealand citizen. Complicated, isn't it? Well, it doesn't have to be. New Zealand citizens, as you're aware, can come to Australia freely and live and work here without having to apply for a visa. But if you are a New Zealand permanent resident and are a partner of a New Zealand citizen, then you still need a visa to come to Australia. The same if you are not a New Zealand permanent resident and perhaps you're a partner of a New Zealand citizen living overseas and you're wanting to travel to Australia on a long-term basis with your New Zealand citizen partner, then you can apply for a Subclass 461 visa. The Subclass 461 visa is for, as I mentioned, partners of New Zealand citizens who are not New Zealand citizens themselves. It is a provisional visa that grants you a 5-year visa. The processing is all done, unfortunately, through paper. It's a paper-based application that gets lodged here in Australia. However, the good news is they are super quick with the processing at the moment. As of today, August 2025, the processing is probably around 1 month, maybe 2, but no more than 2 months. So it is really super quick and it gives you full work rights. It doesn't give you access to Medicare, so you will need to take out private health insurance as part of the requirements and conditions of this visa. It gives you multiple re-entry. It allows you to travel in and out of Australia as often as you like, and it allows you to work wherever and however you wish to do so, whether that is through your own business, whether that is working as an employee with an employer, whether that is working as a contractor. If your relationship breaks down with your New Zealand citizen and you don't re-enter another relationship, such as a de facto or married relationship, then you may be able to still apply for another 461 visa for a further 5 years without being in a relationship with a New Zealand citizen, as long as you haven't entered a de facto or married relationship with somebody else. So you can continue to gain that visa. There is options for permanent residency. Maybe it's through skilled migration. Maybe you are working in an occupation that is on the core skilled occupation list. You could be sponsored through an employer to gain permanent residence. Or otherwise, if you're here with your New Zealand partner who is a New Zealand citizen and they've lived here in Australia for 4 years, or once they've lived in Australia for 4 years, they can actually apply for Australian citizenship without having to first become an Australian permanent resident. And then once they are an Australian citizen, your New Zealand partner, they can sponsor you on a more permanent visa here in Australia. And that would be an 820 visa. And if your relationship has been, for the duration of those 4 years you've been here together, then you will be given permanent residency straight away upon applying. When I say straight away, the processing at the moment still takes a good 12 to 18 months, but it's not the 2-step process that you would usually go down if your relationship is less than 3 years. So if you're with a New Zealand citizen for the 4 years, he becomes a citizen of Australia, he can then, or she can then sponsor you for permanent residence, which is great. So the 461 is a really good visa for partners of New Zealand citizens. It's quick, it's easy, it doesn't cost much as far as the government fees are concerned, and it gives you 5 years of full work rights. So if you'd like to know more, then don't hesitate in getting in touch with one of our experienced migration agents here at Migration Downunder.